Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I was just taking a second to thank this new apartment that I moved into. It's not ideal, but, you know. Have you been watching Tidying Up on Netflix? I know I sure have. I've been obsessed with the KonMari method long before any of you or Netflix. And since I had to move into a new apartment because I got kicked out of my old one, I thought that I would spend this time sharing my joy with you. Oh, let's start with this box. Kind of like a cat scratching at the box. Oh, yeah. This. Oh, wow! It's my Lucille Lortel Award for my 2005 performance of Modern Orthodox, which was my off-Broadway debut. Oh my gosh! It was my first show in New York that paid me a little bit of money. And it was starring Craig Bierko, Molly Ringwald, Jason Biggs, and me. And my contract was actually only till opening night, and then they could replace me with a famous actor, but they didn't, because apparently my reviews were really good, and I was nominated for a Lortel Award, and then I won. It was a three-way tie, actually, between Adrienne Lennox for Doubt, which she later went on to win the Tony, and friend of the podcast and Jack Ferver's other best friend, Parker Posey, for Hurly Burly. Oh, gosh. I remember my parents and my sister were there with me to celebrate that night. And the announcer said, "This is crazy. There's a three-way tie. This has never happened before in the history of the Lucille Lortel Awards." And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to win because there's only 5 of us in the category. And if I'm not one of the 3, then that's like crazy. I kind of remember nudging my dad like, here I go. And then I did win. I didn't get to meet Parker Posey because she had a performance that night. So me and Adrienne Lennox went up and accepted our awards. Maybe I'll get to meet her one day, if Jack will let me. Gosh. It was a 3-way tie, but I was the youngest and still am of the 3 actresses, so that's good. Yeah, this sparks joy. Oh my gosh, how I missed you. Oh, it's my Barbie. Oh, what did I call you? What was your name? What was your name? Was it Sharon? Yeah. Oh, Sharon. Oh, look at her shoes. Look at her shoes. Oh, gosh. Ah, you always are so put together. God, look at that makeup. Sharon. Oh. Do you know how to KonMari? Hey, Sharon, do you know how to KonMari? Well, of course, Jen. You taught me. Oh, 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 this. Oh gosh, it's a funny story, really, because ever since it was twist-tied next to me at the manufacturing plant in Cambodia, where I was hot molded and boxed, I thought, what is that thing next to me? And how is it informing my identity? It's just a sweater. I spent a long time wondering about it, what it could be. Did it belong to me? Did it belong to someone else? You know, it was close to me, but it could come no closer. When little Jamie's dad finally found me and cut me free, P.S. Jamie was 14. They got me, and it was time when Jamie was going through a lot of stuff, you know. And honestly, it was just a really fitting time for me to come into this new home, you know, because Mom and Dad were just really unavailable to Jamie at the time, you know, and dealing with their own stuff, right? What parents do. It's not an excuse to not take care of Jamie, you know, but it's just how things were, you know. Gosh, it was so sad. Just like so many situations that I've had the good fortune of coming into and like transforming with like all of my energy. Sharon, what about the sweater? Oh, right, the sweater, right. Well, anyway, when you want a KonMari sweater, you have to think about the space that it's going to inhabit, right? So if you have a tiny dresser, you have to think, how do I fold this like really tiny? And usually you're going to fold it into thirds, which is ironic because Jamie's household was in thirds. It was Jamie, his mom, his dad. That's 3 people, huh? So you're going to want to fold this sweater, and then you're going to want to fold it again and again. And then it's going to stand up on its own feet, just like Jamie. Just like Jamie. It can stand all on its own. What do you know about that? Huh. My goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Corn. Corn. Yay! Oh my gosh, everybody. Oh my gosh, I love corn. Let me tell you a little something about corn. Gosh, I can remember when I arrived to Iowa for the very first time in history, and I was with Adam, and we were driving through the cornfields, and I couldn't believe what I saw, and it was just rows and rows of the most beautiful, sparkling cornfields that were all aligned in a row, all neat and organized, and there was a rainbow in the sky.